analyzing disturbance on a perfect competition market. Assume that we have the normal perfect competition market, so we have the quantity of the good on the horizontal axis and the price per unit of the good on the vertical axis. We will have a demand function that is the horizontal sum of all the individuals' marginal value for each unit, so it will represent the sum of the marginal value for the consumers. The supply function is the horizontal sum of all the marginal costs for all the firms that are price takers on this market. And we will have an equilibrium where the supply function intersects with the demand function. So every unit up to this quantity has had a marginal value that is higher than its marginal cost. So the last produced and sold unit will have a marginal value that is equal to its marginal cost, and that will give us the price equilibrium. And the quantity equilibrium, of course. So, what would happen if we introduce some kind of disturbance? We have the first demand function and the supply function like that. So we have the original equilibrium price 1 and the quantity 1. So, the disturbance we're going to look at firstly is the increased demand. And now we have the possibility to think about what can cause an increased demand. An increased demand gives us a situation where the demand function has shifted outwards, and therefore we have gone from this position, the original equilibrium, up to this position. So we're going to establish a larger quantity, the quantity will increase, and a higher price, so the price will increase as well. And still have the situation here where the last produced unit has a marginal cost identical to the marginal value for that consumed unit. Okay, let's look at what happens if we change something else. So in this case we have the original equilibrium and we have this disturbance and increased supply. And now you got the possibility to think of what can cause an increased supply. An increased supply indicates that we have an outward shift. In this case we have pivoted outwards the supply function, and therefore we're going to go from the original equilibrium there down to the new equilibrium where we find in the intersection between the new supply function and the demand function that is valid. So we will have a increased quantity and a decreased price in this new equilibrium.